What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to our channel here at Vagabond Builds. And today we're going to be bringing you an in-depth review video of the all-new 2024 Range Rover Velar in the Dynamic SE trim. And we're going to be talking about the exterior, interior, and some specs about this exact car. But before we do, because it's not a sponsored video and we truly appreciate you guys' support, we got two buttons for you guys to push, and that is the like button and subscribe to our channel because we truly appreciate you guys' support here at Vagabond Builds. Also, if you got something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us and we could talk details later. A special shout out and a thanks to Land Rover here in Rockland, California for providing us this beautiful car for this review. Keep watching and stay tuned because we're going to be also dropping that MSRP sticker so you guys get an exact idea of what exactly comes on this car and the price tag on top. Now let's go ahead and talk Range Rover 2024 Velar Dynamic SE. Now let's go ahead and kick this review off with talking some specs about this exact car. Now we pop the hood, and what do we have under the hood is a 2.0 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder gas-powered engine that gives forth 247 horsepower with 269 pounds-feet of torque, paired together with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now for the ones who'd like to know a little bit more about the exact car, you have this one in an all-wheel drive. Now my best advice is all-wheel drive, electric power assisted steering. A little bit about the MPG, 22 city, 26 highway, and a 23 combined with a 21.6 gallon gas tank size. And if we shoot over to the side a little bit, wanted to kind of talk about length, width, and height in inches. Now, starting with the length, you get 189 inches, 80 inches in the width, and a 66-inch height with a ground clearance of 9.9 inches on the air suspension card. Okay, so if your car comes with the air suspension, you get up to 9.9 inch ground clearance. But if you have just the regular coil suspension, it comes about 8.4, okay? Now, what do you guys think about this new look? Let's go ahead and shut this hood and let's talk new front end. Now, not to forget to mention, we do have a video, a comparison video with the older body style. Check that out here at our channel at Vagabond Builds. But let's start from the bottom up, okay? So now, here around the fog light area and the cuts and the character, the sporty look of the bumper cover, I wanted to mention it's similar to the older style, but one thing that you're going to notice is fog lights and different trims and things of that sort, so keep an eye out. The lower grills kind of have the same idea from the old one to the new one with the 3 sensors integrated into that lower grill, finishing it off in that kind of piano black gloss look. Now the grill itself comes totally different from the older one, a little bit more sleeker design with the piano black kind of long rectangular shapes. The headlights themselves are a little bit more sleek design, kind of a little bit more rich feel. Now that's up for preference, and you can speculate on that because it comes down to preference. If you ask me, I'm a fan of the newer look, okay? Other people like the old, or maybe it's gonna take some time to grow into. I don't know, but I personally like it. So the headlight itself looks thinner. You got the jewel eyes on the headlights themselves. We left the hazards on and the lights with the daytime running lights to kind of go with that, okay? Now, because it's a cold climate pack, you get a few extras on this car itself. You have the pressure headlight washers right under that little square piece on that bumper. You also have a heated windshield, and then you get heated and ventilated front seats with heated back rear second bench, okay? Now, coming over to the side, wanted to show you, talk about also this trim piece on top of the hood itself. Now the trim piece itself is a little bit more kind of integrated with the hood, giving it more of a sleek design, dropping down to the wheel area. Now, again, remember, between different trims, you're going to have different rims, sizes, tires, and things of that sort. But on this exact car itself, you have the 265/40/22 Pirelli Scorpion Zeros all season. Now they're running a very nice and good tire. Not to forget to mention, because it is a dynamic package, I mentioned that in the trim when we first started the video, is that dynamic gets you a few extra things as well, optional equipment, things like the air ride suspension, the electronic air ride suspension. You also have the red brake calipers option. and adaptive dynamic controls around the car itself, okay? So keep that in mind as well. There's just so much to mention on these cars. Trim piece, kind of the same idea from the old to the new body style in that piano black. If anybody'd like to know, this exterior paint color is the Arios or Arroyos. Hopefully I'm probably butchering it, everybody. But guys, as long as you guys kind of get an idea, so if you guys do head over to the dealership, you guys kind of just tell them or show them this video and they will lead you to this color. Beautiful, with ebony black interior. Side mirror comes with the blinker lighter integrated in the LED. You got the light right here. I was about to say camera, but you got a proximity lighting, blind spot assist, and the mirrors do come automatic foldable. Keyless fob entry, you can just go ahead and press that button right there. They have the pop-out handles. Wanting to open this door, show you guys a little bit about that rocker panel trim and how it kind of goes together with the door itself. Nothing is popping out, giving it more of that simplistic, simplistic and not too much going on is what I wanted to say, okay? So around the windows themselves, you got the black top. This is one thing I wanted to mention to you guys is the two-tone, okay? You have this kind of grayish color, and up top, they have that full black color with that panoramic glass going from the front all the way over to the second row seating here in the back, okay? A lot of character, and this car is feeling rich for Velar, okay? Now, let's go ahead and shoot over to the rear and talk about the rear end. So now, here at the rear end, now starting from the top itself, wanted to kind of poke out or show you guys how they kind of have those sporty air vents, helping with the draft on the air. Just very cool, helping with the dynamics and the ride of the car to get a better and more stable experience on the drive. You got that super long integrated brake light in that spoiler. The windshield wiper is hidden there, giving it more of that cleaner look. Continuing forward, you got the black gloss trim, LED taillights. Now, the rear backup taillight is in the hazard right now. We just have the hazards on so you guys get an idea. And you got those little polka dots inside the taillight, sorry. And look at that characteristic, just adding the class to this car. Velar in that piano black gloss as well. Dropping down, piano black finish with that gloss black. The bumper sensors integrated here with the parking reflectors. And they also hide the exhaust there and there on each side, just to kind of give it, again, a cleaner look. And we see that in the newer manufactured cars, where a lot of manufacturers are hiding their exhaust. Now, when properly equipped, the Velars can do up to about 5,500 pounds of towing, sorry, okay? Take that into consideration. If you want to tow with this, maybe like a jet ski or little trailers or things of that sort, maybe you're heading up to the mountains and you need to pack some extra belongings, you want the towing capacity at 5,500, okay? Now let's go ahead and enter the cargo area and start talking some cargo space. Before we do, wanted to mention that you do have a backup camera right near the license plate, okay? Now let's go ahead and press that button and it electrically assists you to the cargo area. Now, if we were to go ahead and talk cargo space, with that second row seat up, you get about 34 cubic feet of space. With that second row down, you get about 70 cubic feet of space. And how are we going to drop those seats? This is a 40, 20, 40 seat. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. There goes the 20%er, and then there goes the other 40. And look at all that room that you get. Kind of has a slight drop on that second row back seat, so you guys take that into consideration. Okay, on the right-hand side, you get some tie downs, a 12-volt outlet here, some hooks for some groceries if this is your grocery getter, okay? Here on the left, got a little bit more cubby or pocket room by a kind of a net to hold that down. And what do we got? A full-size spare in the 265/40/22 black gloss rim in that Pirelli Scorpion Zero tire. Kind of aluminum brushed cargo plates as well. Let's go ahead and close that trunk. Now that we're pretty much done talking specs and exterior and some cargo area, let's go ahead and jump to the interior. All right, so now let's talk interior of the 2024 Range Rover Velar Dynamic SE trim. And from the 23 over to the 24, the major difference where you're going to see is Here the center console from kind of here on up, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Because you had one cup holder here in the old model, but this literally is just one knob, and that is your shift knob. The old model had that little cup holder here, or a big cup holder, and the knob was shifted over to the left, okay? That's something to keep an eye out for. Also, you have this lid with the wireless charging pad, USB-C plug-in, and a little bit of room for some personal belongings like chains or chapstick. Here on the old body style or the old design, you would have a screen to control your temperatures and all that stuff. That would be here. And then right up above that screen, you'd have another integrated screen that kind of flips open when you open the car. But here on the 2024, you got an 11.4 inch PV Pro system, and we see that Land Rover drops this screen in literally across the board with all their cars, okay? So this is a very cool system, and I want to show you guys a little bit about it, okay? How do we control it, or touch sensitive? It's pretty reactive, okay? Wanted to show you guys a little bit about it. Now, let's go ahead and show you the navigation and how it kind of looks at a full screen navy. That's kind of what it looks for the ones who'd like to know. Let's go back home. You can connect your phone to Apple CarPlay, Android Auto Assist as well, your media. Slope Assist tells you if you're on flat ground or not, your compass, your wheel info if you find yourself off-road or you're going on a camping trip, or you know, you're riding on the snow or all that stuff. Energy impact, driving style, and all that good stuff, okay? Too much things to go through because you guys wouldn't be watching my video if it's too long, but you could go also through the cameras. That is your rear camera, lets you know sensors and all that good stuff. Go back to that, and again, shoot over to Land Rover here, Rocklin, California, and they will provide you guys with some time to go through in and out of these cars. Also, another big thing, the driver cockpit cluster display. On the 24 is a full digital cluster display, so shout out to Land Rover for doing that. In the older model, or the older look, you have a partial manual tachometer display with the digital screen right in the middle, okay? So that's something to keep an eye out for. Steering wheel kind of looks similar with your touch sensitive panels here on the right and the left. You get the lane departure assist, the heated steering. Remember, you also get the heated and cooled seats here in the front, and then the back seat is heated due to that cold climate package. Your rain sensor or your windshield wipers controls are right here on the right. Your lighting system with your fog lights and high beams and all that good stuff here on the left. Paddle shifters for that 8-speed automatic transmission. Door panel, kind of same idea. You get the 3 memory buttons here on the left, and then your foldable mirrors that come heated, and the foldable and the blind spot assist and all that good stuff. Window control unit, handle, and then your Meridian 400-watt sound system that you get inside this car. That is nice because Meridian does have a good premium sound, okay? Heads-up display in the Dynamic SE trim. Keep an eye out for that. You will not get head-up display in all of your cars. Seats themselves come perforated in the grainy leather, so it's not like a flat Napa leather look, but has that grainy perforated look. Again, they are electric controlled with Range Rover door sill plates. Very nice, adding some character and some richness to this car, okay? A lockable glove compartment, very simple, straight to the point. And the dashboard itself kind of kept the same look from the 2023 over to the 2024. It kind of feels like they just gave it a tech update or a kind of facelift on the dashboard itself, okay? Up top in that panoramic glass, over to the second row seating with that tinted glass. Now you have an electric visor that you can control from this control unit up here, and we could go ahead and control that and open up this tilt and slide sunroof option. Very big, okay? Now that we're pretty much done, to finish off, I wanted to just show you guys the cubby room here with a USB-C and a USB-A plug-in as well, and an option to add something here, okay? And you get a dual lid for the passenger and the driver if one of them just wants to keep their arm there and the other one wants to mess around in that little box. Now we're pretty much done with the front end of this interior. Let's go ahead and head over to the second row seating. So second row seating in the 2024 Velar, this is what it kind of looks like from the second row seat if we leave these seats drop down. Now you have enough room to put like a dishwasher back here, some bikes, some skis, some snowboards. If you're heading up to the mountain, or if you're heading to Home Depot and you don't got a truck, literally I can attest for it because I can fit a dishwasher back here, okay? Now, let's go ahead and lift this 60%er if it's both connected and a 40%er. But if you want to detach, maybe you're just shooting up to the mountains and you want to throw some skis, snowboards, and have 4 passengers, that is also optional as well. Now, armrest with the cup holders, very nice big cup holders here in the back. So shout out to Land Rover because they gave you some big cup holders. A lot of manufacturers will minimize those cup holders for smaller drinks. Car seat compatibility. The leather itself still comes in the perforated grainy leather look. They didn't simplify it. They kept that same look from the front over to the back. In between both front seats, you get the USB-C plugins, a 12-volt outlet, and your heated seat buttons that you can go ahead and press. Your vents here, and then some pocket room for your personal belongings on the back of both seats. Let's go ahead and jump inside the car. Now, for people who'd like to know, space test, I'm about 6 feet 2 inches, give and take. Take a little bit, I'm about right under 6'2". Legroom is completely clear. Now, if you do have a taller person sitting in the front, I'm sure that this seat would come back just a little bit, but your head clearance is completely there. So for the long road trip, I would check this car off because the people in the back aren't feeling too claustrophobic. Now, of course, you cannot compare it over to the full-size Range Rovers, okay? Like the P400s and things like that. But again, just wanted to bring that space test to you guys. Door panel kind of looking the same idea from the front over to the back. Now guys, we're pretty much done with this review. As promised, here's your MSRP sticker so you guys can read kind of through the sticker and get an idea of what comes exactly on this car and that price tag on top. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We have more reviews coming and more sponsorships and builds and things like that. So continue to watch our channel here at Vagabond Builds. We appreciate you guys. God bless you.